I wonder if any of you out there were just thinking I was never going to tackle this character. I wonder how many of you out there was like, where is this character? Where is this character? Why haven't you talked about this character? You've talked about 100 freaking plus characters, and you've not talked about this character. Hold on. The road to 150 takes steps in every bit of direction. Various Nintendo characters, various third-party characters. So obviously, I probably was going to tackle this character at some point anyways. So yeah, there you go. Hello everyone, my name is Sniping Sun, and I welcome you all back to the next character in this long-range series of various Newcomer ideas in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Super Smash Bros. Series in general, tackling the Fighter Pass and DLC character ideas and characters for future Smash Bros. Games, even though it's mostly about the Fighter Pass. I'm not going to talk about future Smash Bros. Games for quite some time, I think, but considering throwing them in Smash Bros. Anyways, yeah, that's it. And we're here now at character 140, and when I'm done with this character, we are 10 away from 150. I'm finally done with my series. And without further ado, even though I know you can pretty much, I mentioned in the Immortal Hero video from Glory of Heracles last video, and you can see the thumbnail, the name of the video when I've changed the thumbnail and whatnot. You know who I'm talking about now, and I know probably a lot of you have been wondering why I haven't talked about him yet, given he's like the most popular, most requested character in all of Smash Bros. Now that we have Ridley and King K. Rool, everyone. Character 140 is Geno. And like always, without this intro getting too out of hand, 3 separate categories. Why does the character make sense? Moveset ideas, and percentage chance I could see him actually getting in the game. I know a lot of people have been asking for Geno, so yeah, you know I was going to eventually get to him. But yeah, why does Geno make sense for Smash Bros. At this point? Like, what does Geno have that everyone and their mother goes gaga over wanting him in Smash Brothers? Okay, first and foremost, he is a huge crossover character from the past of Nintendo and Square, back when Nintendo and Square were really, really close. Before the Dark Ages, before nowadays, they're starting to get back together with like the Switch and the 3DS. With the 3DS and Switch started recovering Nintendo and Square's broken relationship. Back on the Super Nintendo, he was a kind of a huge crossover character when Nintendo worked with Square for the Super Mario RPG game. And he is super heavily requested. He has moveset potential. And there could be a possible future for him, I think. I mean, he hasn't really been seen since that game, except for a small cameo in one of the Mario Luigi games. But it's like, we've seen characters come back from the depths of obscurity and, you know, their graves and buried and dead franchises and dead characters numerous times, Nintendo or otherwise. And he is a hugely popular character, and if he was put in because it was hugely popular in Smash Bros., maybe Square and Nintendo could work on a Mario RPG remake or a Mario RPG 2 sequel, or making Geno have his own game, or maybe put Geno as a cameo character in the next Mario 3D platformer, or do something, or put him in freaking Mario Kart, or I don't know. There's a possible future for him because of his popularity, and if he gets thrown into Smash Brothers, that could be the Kickstarter of it, and heavily requested and huge moveset potential could be big reasons for him. And he is a legendary character, even though he is only from one game, so there, like, him being an iconic legendary character that's heavily requested, has moveset potential, he's popular, he could have a potential future in either a remake, a sequel, spin-off cameos, maybe in a Square game or something. Maybe Square-Enix makes Final Fantasy, whatever, and he's a guest character or a costume or something. Anything's really possible at this point. And they did make a costume for him. He was one of the Mii costumes in Smash Bros. 4 on the Wii U and 3DS. They have been making small little cameos and small little hints to him over the years, Square and Nintendo. I think he has a potential chance. Not the biggest chance, but I think he has a potential chance, and that's why he would make sense to get into Smash Brothers, especially because of his popularity, because right now, he's pretty much the most heavily requested character now that King K. Rool and Ridley have finally made it into Smash Brothers. He is pretty much, either if not number 1, he's in the top 5 somewhere. And it shows, despite, you know, if you personally want to see him or not. So yeah, there you go. Okay, moveset ideas. Now, it's been a long time since I played Mario RPG. I remember renting it back when it was on the Super Nintendo back in the 90s, but I was a young kid and didn't really know RPGs then, and it was until Pokemon. It was not until Pokemon until I got really into RPGs. But I didn't really play a whole lot back then. I got on the Wii Virtual Console, played a little bit of it, and then put a whole lot of time into it, and haven't put a whole lot of time into it on the Super Nintendo Classic. I haven't beaten the game, but I put a good chunk of time into it, so at least I know of the characters, but I had to do research here because it's been a long freaking time and I didn't really know every single special attack, every little to do the character. So in order to do most of the character, I do a little research. Just want to let you know. Okay, for his first and foremost, he is basically a good character in speed and strength, but lacks in HP. So I would kind of throw that as a special ability for him. He's a good speed character, and he can cause damage with combos, but he lacks HP. So I think maybe throw it that he receives more damage per attack than the standard character. Maybe that's cool. So if the standard attack would give probably a character like 3% damage, maybe he gets 6 from it. So he's easily able to be cornered and beat up and receive a lot of damage. I think that's a nice little counter to him being really speedy and really strong combo heavy, but you have to watch out and not get combo heavy yourself and receive a lot of damage, and you can get hurt and get knocked off the stage easier. Maybe he can go off the stage at a smaller percentage than a lot of other characters. I'm just trying to balance it out so he's not OP, people. So it's calm down that I'm making your one character not super OP. I'm trying to balance him out so he's a good, relevant, balanced character. But yeah, that's what it is. Okay, for his smash attacks, he does do punches and kicks in the game. And also, every character has to have some sort of melee-based attack. So he has to have punches and kicks, and he can combo. He also can basically use a hand cannon and charge into a handgun or a star gun. So his little gun on his hand, and you can't see it in this picture, but if you played the actual games, especially because he's like the Mii Gunner. He was used as the Mii Gunner, as the Mii costume. He can use a little gun hand cannon. So just like Mega Man, I would say some of his smash attacks are not just punches and kicks, but also like the hand cannon. He could shoot out a little blast of it, and it can be charged into a hand cannon star gun, which he can get different types of guns, different types of attacks as the game progresses. So it kind of references his leveling up statistic-wise in the games. So that's what I'm going to straight up make his smash attacks. He can do punches and kicks. He can do some combos because he should be able to know how to fight hand to hand. But also his hand cannon will be at least half of his smash attacks. His special attacks are where all his little special, RPG-esque special attacks come in. He can do the Geno beam, which he shoots out. It's like a deadly energy beam, so it's like a general energy beam type attack. He can do Geno boost, which will boost attack temporarily. I think this would be a good statistic-based thing. It's not something you do to attack opponents, but you can do it. And I'd say it should have a cooldown period because it'd be really unfair if you do this and you don't. And there's no consequences for it. So maybe a cooldown period of a few minutes. It temporarily boosts your attack. So everything you do damage-wise could probably be doubled or about 1 times 1.5. So you receive a little bit extra damage for the attacks you put out after you do the Geno boost. And it represents an attack from the game that's not physically attacking the opponent. I think that'd be kind of cool. He has, obviously, Geno Whirl, which is a disc of light. So he throws like a disc. It's like, whoosh, it's a disc of light type of thing. And you see people like talk about the Geno Whirl in general anyways, and that's like one of his most iconic attacks. So he had to do it, and it's a ranged attack, and he just throws a little like disc of light, like whoosh, and it goes like whoosh. Think like the Destructo disc from Dragon Ball Z. It's basically like that. And he has the Geno Blast, which summons light energy from the sky. So instead of shooting a ranged attack that shoots forward, it's an attack that comes down. So think Pikachu's lightning, except instead of coming down on the player, it comes down maybe 3 to 5 feet in front of the player. So you have to be like, right here, okay, I'm doing Geno Blast. Here's the opponent. You're standing here. This is the opponent. You have to strategically do it instead of having it come down immediately on you like a Pikachu. So it's like Pikachu's attack, except not down on the player, but a few feet in front of you. So you have to strategically place it. Okay, so before we get to the final smash, let's go over this one more time. Smash attacks are basically punches and kicks and basically standard hand cannon blaster star gun type attacks. Like so the standard ones you would get in the game. Special attacks would be the Geno beam, the Geno boost, Geno Whirl, and the Geno blast. Final smash time. Given that this is his ultimate attack and mostly everyone that's come up with a moveset for him, I've looked up movesets just to be sure if they did this or not. A lot of people have picked this as his final smash because it's his most ultimate attack in the game is the Geno Flash, where he basically transforms into a large cannon and shoots a large energy ball at the opponents, which will blow up and send them flying off the stage. It won't be a cutscene based one. He'll just turn to the cannon, shoot it forward. Any opponents that's within the distance of that attack gets hit, the ball explodes, you're off the stage. And if you have high % damage, you're KO'd. done. Ultimate attack represents the game. There you go. So basically, within his smash attacks, his special attacks, in his Final Smash, I pretty much represented all, if not most, of his moveset from Super Mario RPG. Okay. Percentage chance I can see him actually getting in. It's good, but it's not great. People overhype Geno way too much. And I know he's one of the most requested characters, and character requests do impact choices to some extent, but also relevancy and character push and marketing and all that stuff do represent characters' inclusions as well. So it's a 50-50. It's two sides of the same coin. It's, yin and yang. So popularity and demand represent characters, but also like relevancy, push from the company, usefulness, marketing also represent characters, and new games and stuff represent characters as well. And here's the thing. Geno makes sense, and I'm not counting him out, but people expect that Geno would be picked as the next Square Enix rep, and he is a Square Enix character. He's not a Nintendo character. He's not a Mario character. He is a Squaresoft, a Square Enix character. He would be third party. I don't think Square would want to pick a crossover character from a game that happened so long ago over a character from one of their more relevant franchises, and franchises they still make games for. Oh, I don't know, Dragon Quest and Kingdom Hearts. I'm not saying that automatically puts him out, but people overhype that him, a character that is only basically iconic old school wise and doesn't have a bit of relevancy now except for a Mii costume and a small little cameo in one of the Mario Luigi games, over characters that have gotten games this year, last year, year before, getting games probably 5 years from now, like Kingdom Hearts and Dragon Quest and other Square Enix franchises, even more Final Fantasy characters. I don't think they're going to want to pick something that isn't like marketable or isn't like one of their main IPs. I'm not saying that doesn't mean he doesn't deserve to get in. I'm not saying that doesn't mean he should get in. He should get in eventually. But I don't think he's going to be the second Square Enix rep. At this point, it's going to be someone from Dragon Quest or someone from Kingdom Hearts. I'm not saying that. I do think he deserves to get in, but I don't think he should be the next representative in general. But I'm not also saying that he doesn't have a reason to be in. I'm going to give him a 45% chance, and that might be low than some of you probably want me to say for him, but I'm thinking realistically, people. I'm sorry. I know I overhyped him a lot, and I did that for a lot of characters on this list, Waluigi included, Ridley, numerous characters that I gave like really heavy push, like, yes, this would be awesome, cool moveset and reasons for that to get in, but then when it came to the percentage chances, I don't give him super high percent chances. I don't give him like over 50 or anything. 45 is, I think, a pretty decent level because I do think he stands a chance, not just for now in Smash Bros. Ultimate, but for a future Smash Bros. Game, maybe Smash Bros. 6, 7, 8. Maybe he'll finally be included in the next 5, 10, 20, 30 years when the Smash Bros. Series continues. I don't know. But I'm thinking right now, people overhype him so much, and I don't hate the character. I don't hate the game. Mario RPG is one of the best games on the Super Nintendo. It's a really awesome game. But when you want to take a character from 20 plus years ago that doesn't have relevancy now, and then you say, oh, let's just throw them in and put them over franchises from Square that are actually Square/Enix franchises, Squaresoft/Enix franchises that they still push out and they still make new games of, I think they're going to be like, why do you want us to put this random, cameo character, crossover character we did years ago when we could do one of our own characters? And they're thinking as a business, marketing, there are new games coming out. Dragon Quest 11 is on its way out on the Switch really soon. Kingdom Hearts 3 just came out. Kingdom Hearts games might be coming to Switch one day. Kingdom Hearts 3, Kingdom Hearts collections or something. They're going to want to be like, we've got to market this stuff. Unless there's a new game coming out from, featuring Geno, I don't think they're going to pick him over those two. And I'm sorry to say that if you want Geno over those two. But thinking realistically, it's going to be one of Square's actual franchises. Just saying. I'm sorry. But 45% chance isn't that bad. And I think he's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. So, yeah, that's it for a Geno for Smash Brothers. Put in the comments below, I think you guys like my moveset ideas. The reason why I think it makes sense to get in is 45% too high, too low. Discuss it down there. We can have fun. My name is SniperSun. Peace. Please subscribe if you want to. Have a lovely day. We're on the road to 150. 10 more characters left. And with 141, I'm talking about a Zelda character, but not a specific Zelda main series character, but one that showed up in a crossover recently, the last couple of years on the Wii U and the Switch version of it. It's pretty well received, and I thinking for a spin-off Zelda character that could have an interesting moveset and be maybe potentially in the main series one day, I think she has a chance. And 141, Hyrule Warriors. I'm going to be talking about Linkle. See you all later.